Hey there, I'm just working on planting some persimmon trees. Just got them from Grant Schultz at Versaland. Should be newfarmsupply.com. But I ordered persimmon trees from him, as well as some tree guards and some fiberglass stakes to stake them into the ground with. Very pleased with the price and the shipping. Everything came just as expected. Nothing but good things to say so far. Let's see how these trees grow. But I ordered 10 persimmon trees. They were $5.90 a piece for 10. And he actually sent me 17 of them. So I'll take that any day. I'm going to show you how I'm planting the trees this year, what I'm doing with them. I'm going to show you what I did last year and why I'm doing it differently this year. So as you can see here, I have some cages around these trees. Here are some tree guards, little bark guards, and then fiberglass posts. You can see pretty tiny trees in there. They're a little bit more than seedlings, but I think they'll do really well. I got the mulch going. I'm a big Back to Eden fan. This is just 17, or I don't know what gauge this is, just welded wire from Menards by a 50 foot roll for about 48, 50 bucks. And two tree posts. I'll show you why I'm doing it this way. This was my apple orchard from last year. You can see a lot of the trees have blown over. Everything in there is dead. I planted, I think, 13 trees in that field, maybe 15. And the deer ate them from the top down. The rabbits ate them from the bottom up. And I got those cheap little plastic tree guards on way too late in the year. They were already nibbled up. None of them did well. They barely broke dormancy before they were gobbled, and as you can see, they're all dead, blown over by the wind. So coming back to this, the reason I'm planting this way is, like I said, I want to keep the deer out of there. These are 7-foot T-posts. They're in the ground pretty good. With this 6-foot welded wire, I mean, I guess a deer could knock that over, but it'd be a lot of work for something they can't even see. The rabbits, they might be able to squeeze through those slots, but they're probably not going to be able to get to the tree. And then that fiberglass post there holds that tree guard in place. The tree guard is actually biodegradable. It's kind of a thick, matty paper of some sort, but like I said, I got these all from newfarmsupply.com, Grant Schultz. I think the posts and the tree guards were each $1 a piece, somewhere around there. So you're looking at about $2 for the tree guard itself, and then whatever the cost is of the T-post. I think they're like $3, $3.50 at Menards a piece, and then, you know, what I did here is I put 10 foot of welded wire. I just took the 50-foot thing, I cut it into 10 feet. You can see that it really wraps around. There's a lot more room to give. So in a few years, as this tree expands, what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to back up this fence some more. Right now, I don't need it too big. It just kind of reinforces it's little, and then I'll be able to expand that as the tree grows. Just want to show you kind of some more of how this is working. Here's one that I just put in the ground. I tell you what, if you're planting trees, get an auger. I dug 300 plus holes last year. The trees barely survived, if at all. This thing, I tell you what, 30 seconds to dig a hole as opposed to 10 minutes. Totally worth it. But I don't know if you can see just a little tree in there sticking up, but got this post here, got the tree guard there, surrounded it with mulch at the bottom, and I will be able to just put a fence around that and some T-posts and call it good. Come over here and show you this one. Like I said, just a little baby persimmon tree right there, not too much sticking out of the ground, but what I'll be able to do is like I said, keep that thing protected so nothing's going to bother as it grows. And we'll see how this goes. But But what I plan on doing is, you can see right here, so got a few rows of them started. I'm going to go down this hill. This is going to be a mixed orchard. The first 17 of them are going to be persimmons because that's what I have, but next year I'm looking at apricots, nectarines, more cherries, things like that. Anyway, I'll give you updates as it goes along, but just wanted to give you an idea. Thanks a lot. Just to show you one more thing, when I cut these off the roll, what I'll do is I'll make a cut right here and then just down the row. And the reason I do that is so that when I wrap it around, you can see there's where I made the cut right there. And what I do is I can take that, use a glove usually, it kind of gets annoying after a while. But what that's going to do is that's going to lock it down. You can see I've done this like maybe every 3 or 4 going down. It's enough to hold it in place. If you pull on that, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to open up. If you're building a fence, you're going to want to have ends like that on both sides that you can cut and then wrap. But it's for purposes of this, like I said, in a year or two, I'm going to have to undo all that and expand this out a little bit. So just less work for me later. Like I said, I wrap it enough that it's going to hold. The reason I'm showing you this is I'm one of those guys that I need to see how it's done in order to understand it. And so if you're like me at all and you're a bit confused by me just saying wrap this around there, I take a 50-foot roll of welded wire. I measure out, these are 2 inches a piece right here. Each slat, it's 4 inches tall, 2 inches wide. So I just measure out 2, 4, 6, 8 a foot, and I do that for 10 feet. When I make the cut, I cut right before the next line. That's going to give me this bar right here. And like you said, then you have a smooth end to start with, and then a pointed end that you wrap around. See if I can find it. So here's, if you can see on the inside right there, sorry, my finger. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with an iPhone and haven't mastered it yet. You can see the kind of the smoother end on the inside, and it just hooks to the inside of the T-post there, it just sits there. And then you wrap it around, smooth end and a pointed end, you end up tying off. And like I said, this is pretty good. What I will do is I'll take maybe 1, maybe 2 T-post clips, and I'll just hook one right in there, wrap around. That way it's not only just secured around there, but it's tied to the T-post itself. So it's not going to go anywhere unless the T-post physically moves out. But anyway, that's how I'm doing cages for my trees this year, because I didn't last year and it was a complete waste of time. All right. Leave any comments, questions. I'm happy to answer them. Thanks.